Western Europe, a land of many cultures, composed of small countries connected by excellent roads, is a very diversified land. Landing at Schiphol Airport near Amsterdam, Holland, our journey begins. No, the plane didn't land at the Schiphol railroad station. However, we soon passed the station. Holland gets its name from Holy Land. Holy is spelled H-O-L-E-Y, not H-O-L-Y, because of the many water holes in the landscape. Amsterdam is 12 feet below sea level. A brief stop at the Rijksmuseum in Amsterdam lets you view many excellent Dutch paintings by Rembrandt and other Dutch painters. One of the museum rooms has a large arched ceiling composed of bricks. Formal gardens are a part of the European scene. Fountains are also plentiful in Europe, as they are here at the Rijksmuseum. A 1.5 hour ride on a ferry on one of the main canals in Amsterdam lets you see various unique and ancient houses and apartments. A turn through the harbor allows a brief look at some tall sailing ships, as well as a replica of old vessels if they happen to be in port. Holland, being the land of dikes, has many windmills used to pump water. Many are still standing throughout the countryside. These were also used for grinding grain. The miller and his family usually lived in the mill. Wooden shoes are still being made and worn by farmers in this land. They are said to be very practical and comfortable. Brussels, the capital of Belgium, is known for a few things besides Brussels sprouts. Lace, handmade in this Benelux country, is among the world's finest. Benelux refers to the three Low Countries of Belgium, the Netherlands, and Luxembourg. Although their language is different, they have much in common. The cobblestone streets of Brussels are very much in evidence everywhere. An excellent view of Brussels can be seen from the large square on the hill where the largest cathedral in Europe is located. Brussels also has the famous Mannequin P statue. Two tales as to its origin are told. One says that when an enemy tried to scale the city wall, a boy sprayed them from above. This deterred the enemy, thus saving the city. Another tale says that a boy's father promised to have a statue made showing exactly what he was doing when he was found after his son had been lost for a while. Choose your own story. Eiffel Tower, Notre Dame, and the Seine River are some of the many attractions of Paris, the city of lights. The Mona Lisa, encased in a special glass protector, is on display in the Louvre. Venus de Milo, as well as many other valuable works of art and sculpture, are also there. In Paris, too, can be seen other famous world travelers. A trip on the Seine will allow a visitor to get a feeling for Paris not possible by walking the streets. Most of Paris, as seen from the tower, has no tall skyscrapers. This adds to the city's charm. Lucerne, Switzerland, standing on Lake Lucerne, nestled deep in the Swiss Alps, has a world-famous stone carving on the side of a mountain. The Lucerne lion represents the brave men who died defending their king to the death many years ago. High mountain chalets, chapels, and vistas surround Lucerne. The lovely city of Stresa is a wonderful introduction to Italy. This Piedmont village in northern Italy lies on Lake Maggiore, the largest lake in northern Italy. A short distance southeast lies Milano with its magnificent cathedral. This cathedral has dozens of statues on its many spires and on its roof. A walk on the cathedral roof with its dozens of statues provides a panoramic view of the Milan skyline. Near the cathedral is the famous Milano Galleria with its shops, cafes, and skylight. Rome today is a large modern city, but this eternal city is famous for ruins thousands of years old. Ancient Roman ruins can be seen many places in old Rome. The Roman Forum, the center of ancient Rome's city life, is the place to visit even in the late years of the 20th century. The Forum, with its temples, statues, public baths, and arches, was the meeting place for the Roman noblemen. Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears. I've come to bury Caesar, not to praise him. Or so went Mark Antony's eulogy to Julius Caesar. A temple once stood here as a monument to him. All that remains is this grave site and some debris. Not much is seen in Rome today commemorating his existence. A modern temple erected atop an ancient Roman temple gives one an insight as to the amount of debris removed from the old Forum area. The ancient temple was completely covered with debris prior to excavation. St. Paul is supposed to have been kept under house arrest in this building. Nearby is the Colosseum of Flavian, which seated about 50,000 spectators. The dirt floor, now missing, was often sprinkled with red sand so the blood would not show when gladiators were severely cut or killed. Perfumes were also used to cover the smell of dried blood. Christians may have been fed to hungry wild animals, but that is uncertain, although slaves were so treated. Wild animals were kept in cages below the floor until they were released into the arena. On special occasions, the floor was flooded. Mock naval battles were fought in the arena. The splendor that was Rome is, however, missing. The Colosseum, as were most of the ancient temples, was faced with white marble during Roman times. This marble was later mined or removed for use in other locations in modern Rome. It is believed that Rome had about 3 million citizens during the time of its greatest glory. The fountains of Trevi, of 3 coins in the fountain fame, is also a part of modern Rome. Other temples and temple ruins are scattered throughout the old city. The Swiss guards of the Vatican wear uniforms designed by Michelangelo. St. Peter's Cathedral has no stained glass windows. The only color is this large alabaster window behind the altar. Firenze, or Florence, lying on the Arno River, is a beautiful city with its red tile roofs. Here too are several famous works of sculpture. David, by Michelangelo, is perhaps the best known sculpture in the world. The bronze door of the baptistry near the Florence Cathedral is noteworthy in that it tells the story of the Old Testament in pictures. An interesting bit of information is that the great Catholic Church, not the cathedral, in the heart of Florence has a Star of David above its entrance, put there by the architect who designed and built it. He was a Hebrew. Another point of interest worth seeing is the Ponte Vecchio, with its gold and silver shops along it as it crosses the Arno River. The Ponte Vecchio was the only bridge across the Arno River left standing after the 1963 flood. Venice is also an ancient city. It is a city of merchants, canals, gondolas, and narrow back alleys. Gondolas on the Grand Canal would take you on what is in effect a back alley ride. The gondolier, with his flat-topped ribboned hat and a vase of real flowers, will sing for you on your tour. The heart of Venice is St. Mark's Square, with the Doge's Palace and the cathedral. Its many shops and live music will entertain you both day and night. The Doges won their position of leadership in Venice by purchase. The highest bidder became the ruler of the city for a period of time. Even so, the system of government worked very well for Venice. The city became a power to rival Rome. Innsbruck, Austria, the mountain-surrounded city, was built near a bridge crossing the Inn River, hence the name Innsbruck, lies like a jewel amid the high alpine peaks. A brief visit to Innsbruck, Austria, which lies on the road from Venice to Oberammergau, Germany, allows the visitor to see this typical Austrian alpine village nestled in a beautiful alpine valley. The buildings in the heart of town display individual motifs. Here too is the balcony roof covered with gold coins, which today are fakes, built by the extravagant Emperor Maximilian of the Austrian Habsburg as a royal viewing box. The Passion Play village in the heart of the Bavarian Alps is the small alpine village of Oberammergau. This is the place of the miracle. The greatest miracle probably is that the village has continued to put on the play every 10 years through wars and peace for 360 years without a break. It's 1,700 people living in a small, beautiful alpine valley make this beautiful place glow with their picture-painted houses, window boxes filled with flowers, wood carvings, and very unique shops on all sides.
Dort, wo grüne Tannen stehen, auf den dunklen Schwarzwaldhöhen, dort, wo meine Wiege stand, ist mein Heimatland. Kuckuck, 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 Kuckuck.
Old Heidelberg, the location of the student prince, lies on the Neckar River. It is the home of the oldest university in Europe and home of one of the most prestigious medical schools in the world. Today, it strides across the Neckar River, being connected by several bridges. One of them is the ancient bridge with its twin guard towers. It was at one time the only river crossing nearby. High above the city is the castle built hundreds of years ago as a fortress protecting the city. Its massive 16-foot thick walls still stand as a reminder of bygone glories. Rising in the high Alps, the Rhine River wends its way through Germany, north through Holland to the sea. Along its banks run railroads and good highways. Its back carries a huge load of Europe's goods, the busiest river in Europe. The barges on the river carry goods from Switzerland north to the sea and from the sea south through Europe's heartland. The world-famous Lorelei Rock stands guard on a bend of the river. The Lorelei was a singing siren who lured sailors to her shore. Their ships were then wrecked by hidden rocks in the water. Most of the rocks are now gone. Castles and castle ruins line both sides of much of this waterway. Many villages also line its shore. Koln is the Cologne city where the name and the toilet water originated. It has the twin-towered cathedral used as a landmark by Allied pilots during World War II. The twin spires of the cathedral are the third tallest in all of Europe. The cathedral itself was not bombed, but even today it displays the marks of fighting in the streets of Cologne, where bullet marks can yet be seen on its walls. It stands near the heart of the shopping district and is a gathering place for shoppers. Haarlem, Netherlands, is the city with the largest flower auction in the world. From here, freshly picked flowers are sold and shipped by special plane to all parts of the world, all on the same day. It is indeed a sight to see the myriads of flowers being auctioned off in this one huge building. Such a sight is indeed a fitting ending for a 3,000-mile journey across the heart of Europe. So now it is time to start for the airport. Farewell, fair Europe.